Arminia Bielefeld are the newest team to fall through the double relegation trapdoor. They've gone from the Bundesliga to Bundesliga 2 to losing the playoff relegation games drastically. And now we'll play football in the third division of Germany. We're going to take control of the team here. We're going to do a complete rebuild on the German side. That includes manager, players, of course. I'm very hyped for this one, so if you are too, make sure you drop a subscription to the channel, comment, like, and share the videos around. Very excited about this. I'm very excited to announce new manager who we've got straight away. I don't think you guys will guess it. We've gone ahead and got Ruben, the ex-Southampton man now, who couldn't keep them up, didn't do a great job, but he's got a clean slate here, less pressure here at Armenia, but then again, it's got to get him promoted. He's not a relegation fighter, but he might be a promotion chaser. This is the team that we've inherited. As I think, looking at it now, this is probably our best team. Swap the wingers around. It should be getting promoted even like that. Still, we want to make signings. And to be fair, we are expected to win the league title as a high priority. Nothing less. We have been given 7 million to be fair to us as well, which should be more than enough to get us out of this league. And a 77 rated youngster, Mohamed Wagner. What a player. Oh my days, it's probably pronounced Wagner here in Germany, but he's 17 and 77 overall. He has to be one of the best prospects we've ever got in a career mode, and he's gotta go in the team. There it is, a shuffle up to get him in the middle of the park. Honestly, this shuffle up's done the midfield better overall. Oh no, but there's a bid straight away in for him from Atalanta. Hard to turn down at this level. And that was a very short-lived stint from our main man. Be lucky if he lasted a minute in the video. He's not the only one leaving though. Our second best player, Masaya Okugawa, is going to Watford. And of course we're cooking up new signings, but no one comes in before Zuaku. I'm very nervous for this first game, especially with it being away and it is only a draw. At least after that we get to sign our 3 new crucial lads. The first one joining the club is Robin Kraub, who is an experienced head from Braunschweig, with the addition of Andy Hottie, who's from Freiburg's second team. He's a very young player for the future. And finally, Mats, I'm gonna call him because that's his first name, Moller Daily from Nürnberg. That's every position sorted. For now. But halfway through this season, we're sitting third in the playoff position as it stands. Never mind near a title. We've got to overcome Dynamo Dresden, who have only had 1 defeat and are 11 points clear. It seems to me we haven't got a striker scoring goals. Gianni Serra's not scoring. It's actually all on Robin Hack. Surely has to be our priority this window. But the first deal we're going to try and do is keep one of our players here. Frederick Jakel is on loan from Leipzig. He looks like he's got bags of potential, but he's actually refused a contract. Okay, then we don't want you. And I do think we'll have a bigger pulling power in the division above, so Nicolas Depreville is an old striker that we're bringing in, but one to try and just score us some goals to go up. And at the end of the season, the squad looks fantastic, but we've got a critical role on the board, or rating, as we rate ourselves, because we're going up. Look at this for a season. Dresden in second. We overcome the team with 1 defeat. 76 points isn't a high margin to win a league on, by the way. But hey-ho. We've done it. In the Pokal, it is Leipzig versus Bayer. The big boys finally mentioned. We were nowhere near. And did Depreville score some goals for Ruben Sellers' men? He isn't there, actually. Serra did step up, though, getting 18 in the end. Gebauer, one of the wingers, with 15. The other one, Hack, with 22. We need to hack him down to a new contract this instant. We're back in the somewhat big time, still the second division here in Germany. I want to go from a double relegation to a double promotion. Gain automatic promotion is what they want, with a round of 16 in the Pokal, then scoring goals in games expected, alongside 23 million to spend. Decent budget. Only one player departs on a pre-contract this season. It was Pretil, but look, we've we've got quite a few old boys now at the squad. I am not a fan of that. Not a fan of all these bids as well for Gianni Serra. We're keeping him here. He is going to be our number one, especially now we're selling players behind him like Brian Lasme. But we'll keep him on his toes somewhat with the signing of Beignet Traore from league rivals Postock. He is going to be some player at the age of 20. He can grow higher than Serra. I think we also signed Muller actually up permanently as well from his loan deal. And it's a one out, one in policy at the moment, with Martin Winkler making the move from Hertha Berlin. That leaves us with 14 million to try and get, I'm thinking, one really good player in. But no one will be joining the club before the first game of the season away from home. Come on, Serra. He's got a goal in a win, and Gebauer with the other one. That's a big confidence booster, and this man will be as well. Carlson from Huddersfield. Oh, it's not Carlson, it's Caljard, and he's cost us almost 9 big ones. Another superb player though, a left-footed midfielder, 20 years of age, 73 overall. He's going to be here for the long term, as we need to get good in the long term. And is it all going well? Because it seems to be off the field. 35 points, we are in an automatic slot as it stands with Bielefeld. This would be brilliant. The double promotion I spoke of, as the team is even increasing. It's definitely the defense, mainly centre-backs, that aren't doing the greatest. The attacking midfielder Daly's doing alright, but then there's Consbrunch, who is 10 years younger. Doesn't really look 10 years younger, but he can step into the team. And Heidenheim sit top of the league. We've still got 7 million to spend to try and jump them. So we've spent it on a new number 4, a left back in Michael Karabonik. He's come from Brighton, 22-year-old, 75 overall. The only problem is the new man has stepped the wages up big time. We don't want everyone chasing the wage he's on, and we need him playing well to prove he's worth it. And look what that did to our budget. 102 million in debt, it seems like, in the middle. Spent 35, but we are at the end of the year, which sees us leapfrog Heidenheim by a point. Get in! We've had a stormer of a season. Hertha Berlin are in this division. They finished 5th, and Union Berlin as well, a Champions League side in real life now, 3rd, and in the relegation playoff. Yeah, 2 titles, not just 2 promotions, as Bayern Dortmund in the Pokal final, again, nowhere near it. I wish all the luck to those teams playing in the playoff games, as Serra scored 23 goals. This guy has come brilliant. Same with Robin Hack, 12 goals. Gebauer with 9, and Karabonik signed him halfway through. 5 goals, 2 assists, will do the job. He's won us the title by joining us, shoring up the defense, and sure enough, he was the right man for the job. Back to the Bundesliga, but let's be real here. It's where we should have been to start off with 2 seasons ago, staying there as they want us to finish mid-table. Damn, that is an expectation and a half. Signed 2 players from North America, so they want to go with the German USA link, maybe? As we've been given 31 million to operate with, which is a good lump of money. And before we make any signings, I've given Gianni Serra that new contract he deserves. And although we're not just there yet, we do have Hamburg in our first game. Signings not done. Ruben Selles has to talk the talk now. Back it up with the walk, but then get talking in this press conference. Talk a good game. Talk the morale up, because we need that. Will it be good against Hamburg, the last Bundesliga team we managed? A draw. I'll manage a draw. That's good. That is very good with Freisel in goal before we bring in our new keeper. It is the return of the Bielefeld number 1. Stefan Ortega returns from his stint at City to be first choice back in the Bundesliga with where he was previously. He's taken a huge wage, but it's a very cheap deal. And we're already on to deadline day after Ortega, so it is a big boost getting him back. But will that be it? And we have got another player, one of the USA players we needed, John Brooks from Hoffenheim. A left-footed one to go alongside Captain Ramos, who's still quite a young player. I'm very happy with the team, but they're not happy with themselves. Very angry players like Cagliard and Traore. Still gonna trust it though. Trust the process. trust we can survive. And halfway through, you know, the ratings in the squad is not what concerns me. It is the morale. Kajgaard, Anjorin, Gebauer, Lepinjika, Freisel, Klunter, really angry. How are we doing though? We're 13th, so we are on for that mid-table, or maybe not. We're 4 points clear of Heidenheim for the relegation playoff game, so relatively confident. Still sailing clear. Have we got money to spend? We've got 9 million. That could be the difference between a player that could keep us up and not. And this could be the difference maker. Actually, maybe not this season, but in the future. He was an Englishman playing in Argentina. Our new number 18, 19-year-old Charlie Wilson. A lot younger than Ramos, who is the captain, who has to step out now, and 2 left-footed centre-backs is not what you see every day. Just hoping we're surviving, and to be fair, when we're beating teams like Hoffenheim, like Stuttgart, I'm fairly confident we will be in the mid-table slot as we finish 12th. Good enough for me. It is Heidenheim and Bochum going down. Hamburg in the relegation playoff game. We were relatively comfortable in the end. 5 points. Swings and roundabouts, really. We need to be closer to the top 6 next season as, hey, didn't even notice Union Berlin were back and they were above us. I've just got a thing where I hate when teams that are promoted underneath us finish above us the next year, as Frankfurt and Leipzig are in the final of the Pokal. Need to stop calling that the Pokal, as let's have a look at his goals, shall we? We got 17 with Gianni Serra, Winkler with 10, Hack with 9. He's now into the 80 club, and Kajgaard's very close, as we also got a player out on loan just on deadline day at the very end, Traore, to West Ham. It's for 2 years. We'll probably recall him anytime now and maybe play him in the first team. 24 million. 24 million's not enough for Ruben Celes to set this team up further. Come on, lads. They want us qualifying for Europe. Are you having me on? 2 North American players again. That's getting to be a bit of a pain for an objective. I think to improve the team, I'm going to make a weird change. Ince drops out. I'm going to try and play Traore at right wing, maybe? And Hack through the centre. That's him supporting Serra and our 2 top scorers being further forward. And signings are going to be very difficult this season. I think we've found just the one. Literally the one. We've got Patrick Pfeiffer from Wolfsburg, and you can see it's cost 16 million. That is most of our budget snapped up. And the other one will probably be our only free agent of this save. Hadji Wright is a USA international, or ex-international, so it was only fitting. He can now sit on the bench behind Serra. Now Traore's a right midfielder or winger. This team looks pretty set. That will take us to the first game as well against Stuttgart. If we're going to get European football, we've got to beat these. Always associate Stuttgart with what's his face now, Mario Gomez. That's where he went in his latter stages, as we do get the win. Serra and Kajgaard. And it's 9th so far in this division. That's good. That is very good. I'll take that. It is an improvement. We're now fighting to try and get into the top 6 rather than avoid the bottom 3. But can we do it? We haven't got much money. We haven't got much faith from the board, but the team is okay. A lot of players reaching the 80 rated now, which is good. How much money have we actually got, though? We've got, 3 million. Stinky amount. And before we continue simming, we're actually doing a job for once. We're not close to getting sacked. We're getting offered managerial jobs elsewhere. Sorry, Hoffenheim, though. We got a job to do at Bielefeld. And at the end of the year, are we in European football? We are, by 4 points over Frankfurt. Hoffenheim, I can see why you wanted us, boys. Because we've beaten your club to it. In the Pokal, the title holders will be there with Bayern beaten by Dortmund in that. And we, again, nowhere near. Because I need to see how the players perform. Pfeiffer must have been good, but Serra, man, 18 goals. Traore on the wing with 14. And Hack with 7 in attacking midfield. It shows you that getting all 3 of these in the team has worked wonders for our attacking chances. Bundesliga football, European football, it is glorious here as we're expected to go into the Champions League board. No. Group stage of the Europa League, but Champions League aims, no correlation between them. Signed 2 young players, not North American players, so finally we can be free with signings. They want profit made, but they're still going to give us 52 million to operate with. And we've got all the contracts signed as well straight away. An important factor as Newman through the academy looks a very good player. And absolutely no signings before this first game against Stuttgart. Rushing straight into it. Squad's definitely good enough. We are, of course, planning on a midfielder. And then I'm looking at Wilson, but he's got time to grow. Stuttgart won't be easy as well, and it's a draw. They have learnt from their mistakes against us last season. And we're going to try and bring 2 players in as well to help bolster our team. The first one is a player returning to Germany like Ortega. That's right, Timo Kerr from West Ham United returns to Bielefeld. But he's not the only one coming to the club, because we've signed an absolute gem of a player from Middlesbrough. Welcome to Arminia for 34.4 million, our new number 7, Yunus Musa. Our squad's come on leaps and bounds now. With Musa and Kajgaard in the midfield, no team is safe, especially teams in the Europa League such as Lugano, Midtjylland and OGC Nice, the team you always get in the Europa League. And come on, Musa. Come on. You should have been the main man in this team. We're 7th. I'm blaming it all on you. We should be pushing for Champions League, which, to be fair, we are only 2 points off at this moment, but Stuttgart have even jumped above. They are on sensational form as our team as well. All apart from Kura, we have an 80 rated squad. Oh, and Bello. And we have made it unbeaten in the Europa League group. Only expected to finish in the group stages, but Lugano tried to put up a good fight. Nice as well. No match for Arminia. Again though, 6 million not enough really to operate extensively on signings. And in the Europa League, we have made it to the semi-finals. Valencia. It's not Sevilla. It's not Sevilla, so we should be good. Don't know why I did it with that accent, but still, Serra and Hack. Can we hack them down? No, but a 2-2 draw in Spain. This second leg still as crucial. Can we go to the final? Oh! We're absolutely smashed on our home turf. But it's better in the Bundesliga. We finished 4th. I'm pretty sure that's Champions League football. If not, it's Europa League again. But if it works like the Prem Factor does, it's looking good. In the Pokal, we were out on penalties in round 2 to Hoffenheim. Very disappointing, judging that Hamburg and Werder Bremen are in the final. That was some opportunity, as that was as well. Valencia and Napoli would have been waiting. No Bayern, no Sevilla, no Chelsea, no Real Madrid. Come on, lads, next season. We do a trophy. Serra, top scorer. As always, he is brilliant. Traore in double digits from the wing. A lot better in that position. Same with Hackers, our new captain, playing behind Serra. 65 million to go into the Champions League with. Ruben Sellers in territory he's never been in before, and that ain't great finances. Can't lie, I expect a lot more, as they expect us to win the title. Okay. I absolutely love Stefan Ortega here at Bielefeld, but if we are going to keep on going, I don't think we can really keep him. Definitely a centre-back. And I am thinking goalkeeper. And that's great, actually. Starting off with a release clause paid. Martin Winkler. 41.6 million from Paris. That's fair for his left midfielder. And we're going to use the Winkler or Winkler money to sign a new centre-half for us. Facundo Medina is here for our Champions League push. And the next one, the Brighton. Really good player at Brighton, I should say. Another player signed from them. Julian Cesar Enciso. He hasn't come directly, but he is amazing, and he sends the controller mental. And that may be it before January, as the actual season starts. Here we go. Get this right at the Shuto Arena, Celes, please. We need to prove ourselves as a Champions League quality team, and we do. But a huge bad bit of business on deadline day. I say bad, we've made a lot of money from it. Wait till you see it. Yanni Serra has gone to Barcelona for 64 million. The man who's won us titles is gone. It gives us 89 million to try and panic buy someone else. Please welcome to the club our new panic signing, bringing him off the bench of Liverpool, Florian Balogun. Now 2 USA internationals battling it out to get that first team slot at this team. We've got a youngster now on the bench who's grown, and we can finally end deadline day. Look at that. Got that signing with an hour to spare. Now we've just got to focus on winning the league as our Champions League group as well. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Ellis and Copenhagen. Not an easy feat at all. And now January's arrived. Are we pushing for this title? We are not at all. We are down to 6th. We've had lofty aspirations put on ourselves from the board. We're 12 points off Bayern Munich, who are top, and Borussia Dortmund are behind us. We've got to be careful. And judging by the thumbs down, I don't know if we've been careful in the Champions League. We're not through. FCSB have gone through. We finished 3rd with 6 points. Could that mean Europa League? United with 6, 7 for Porto, 6 there, 6 there, 6 everywhere. Yes, we've got a preliminary round, or however you say that word, against Stade Rennais. Only 11 million for January as well after Balogun's signature, so you can see I'm not great at saving money. But one thing I am good at managing though is getting through in the Europa League. We will be progressing to the quarterfinals, despite a mishy-mashy month. And we have made it through, despite the board chagrin. We have Napoli in the semi-finals. And we have done well in this tournament, because we've got Napoli here in the semi-finals. A team that made it to the final when we didn't last season. And we start with a draw. And now they come to the Schuko Arena in Germany, because they've got to put the pressure on us. We really want to go to the final this time, and we do. They were in it last year against Valencia. Not this time. Oh no, but we face Real Madrid. Still, rather Real Madrid than Sevilla. At the Rhine Energy Stadion. Please say Arminia can cause an upset here. Yes, we can! Florian Balogun against Real Madrid. And you know what that means? Champions League football ticked off next season if it isn't through the league. I do think we should have done it in the league with the team we have now anyway, but still. That's a trophy to go with it. No, it's not going with anything because we finished 9th. What a drop-off in the second half of the season. We were 9 points off it. As you can see, Dortmund won the Pokal. We went to the semi-finals for once and got beat on penalties by Freiburg. And our top scorer was Florian Balogun, so we've done his replacement for Serie A very, very well. Good pick out. The board absolutely hates us even though we've just beaten Real Madrid. That's the way we like it. Reach the Champions League. Hey, they don't expect us to win it and then reach the quarter-final along with a quarter-final in the Champions League. 64 million as well in the bank. Not much. I'm not going to get dragged down the board, Ray. I am going to sign the players that we need to sign. Welcome to the club, Roger Ibanez from Arsenal. That's our big money man. And just over 10 million for a new keeper. Dominik Livkovic is only a year younger than Ortega, but he's got so much more potential. And by potential, I mean potential to go in this Champions League. Our lowest rated is now Bello, who's been here from the start, so it's bittersweet if we want to get rid of him. Look at us overloading defenders, though. We got rid of Wilson, but Pfeiffer and Kira, too good to sit on the bench. Still, we'll need the defenders for this first game that we have, which is the Super Cup against City. Please, let's see if we can do it against them. We got 2 goals. That gives me faith going to the Champions League. Here we go. First game's at Schuko Arena, though, against Bayer Leverkusen for Sellers. It needs to be a better manager. Come on. We need to prove that we're worth it. Jonathan David and Willie Notto have to do a lot better than that for a group that includes Manchester City, Fiorentina and Galatasaray. No easy game in the group. Just how we like it. And halfway through, we are back up there challenging in the league, but there's a gap forming between us and Dortmund. Please say we've took the most of a group with City in it. We have. We've got Porto. That is a good draw for the round of 16. Now we're through. We finished 2nd in the group. Manchester City 1st. Fiorentina and Galatasaray not getting any victories. As always as well, 5 million to spend. That is not much to get us crucial midfielder in. Saying that, why do we need one board? We've got Hack, the captain, who's been here all the time, and Cisco's 85. Kaiser and Musa aren't too old. It's just bewildering. And we'll go straight to Porto, because let's be frank, there is no business we want to do. We've got the team that we can get with our money. Livkovic injured for 3 weeks as well, so it's Ortega's time to step up. Let's get straight stuck in. Please let the old man do the job. He might have done, he's conceded 2. But Hacken, Cisco and Benier, second leg still mean everything, and there's only a couple of goals in it, but we get it done. Cesar, Enciso, whatever you want to call him, 4-2. And that will give us a game against... get to see Gianni Serra again. Barcelona. And I know our capabilities. I feel confident that the team's going to give its all here at the home leg, and we do. Bello and Balogun, Ferran with their goal, but we're more rounded. And we've got the win. And even though we're in front, I know the threat that Barcelona can damage us with, but it's not enough. It's Aka home match, and then Musa, our midfielder from the US of A, sending us to the semi-finals. Come on, what a run. I mean, we're probably out in the next round. I saw Dortmund was still in there. Fanciest chances against a fellow countryman. They are above us in the league, however, and we are in the top 4, which is a nice thing to actually see for once. First leg at home against Liverpool, who we have in the semis. Please, we've just had Barcelona. Memories of flooding. These games can go any way, and Balogun was on the Liverpool books before, but it's Musa, the other American, with the goal. We managed to hold on against Barcelona. Please. Yes! We've won on penalties. We didn't actually do it. They won the game. Of course they did. It was Barcola, Balogun, and Luis Diaz. But penalty shootout. And Ince, who spent all his time on loan, gets us to the final. It will be looking like Atletico de Madrid at the moment. Go away, Leipzig. We don't want your job. Especially when we're in the Champions League final. But I am wrong. It's at the Bernabeu. And of course, Dortmund. The fellow countrymen are the team we face in the final. Did they eventually finish above us? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. It was too big of a gap. 11 points in the end, but it will be a Champions League place for next year if we fail to win. As the Pokal won by Wolfsburg on penalties. We were knocked out by Leipzig. Then they offered us the job. But I'd rather focus on this one right here. Who was his best player? It was Florian Balogun, so it's paid off bringing him to the club. Would Serrano have got us here? Who knows? Hack with double digits in both. 19 goals, 14 assists, and Traore with 13 and 11. Benny and Robin, you are legends. Why don't you just play this game at Bayern Munich's ground, at the Allianz Arena? It would make a lot more sense, get a lot more German fans going. Now both Titans are at the top of the game, but no. We travel to Spain, hopefully for their kind of pain. Of course, what I mean by that is putting Dortmund under the cosh. I'm guessing players are invisible. That's the cup that we need to win. Pride of Germany is up for grabs. I mean, Bayern Munich, it's a surprise they've fallen off this much. Not getting to the final and 7th in the league. As can we take an early lead? That is a cracking ball. That is just what we need more of. But hang on. Is this going to be an end-to-end game? No, because Livkovic leaps like a salmon. We need a good, strong defensive line. It's Pfeiffer still in the defense as well as Traore. Get running, mate. You've got the gap to try and approach here. No support. You've got to go yourself, but their defense too strong. Ibrahima Konate. What a move, as this is some good passing. We're very much a tiki-taka team here at Bielefeld. Ball across, and oh my days, wide of the post from Hack. Very lucky that we didn't, as now another chance for ourselves. Traore, everything's going through, but it's Balogun running onto this, hitting it first time. And half an hour gone, that chance needed to go in, but still he may get another one. This time, we're not going to go first time. It's Florian Balogun, and it is 1-0 against Dortmund here. The big number 10 has done it again. You don't miss chances like that. You take them all. Really big celebrations in the corner away from our fans, which is a bad thing. That is absolutely sensational, but still, you know me, it's not over till it's over. We need to keep on going with this one. Maybe it could be here. Oh my days, it's another goal. Right, now we can feel a bit more confident about ourselves. 2-0 up for the first time in a very long while. Arminia Bielefeld have gone from the 3rd division now to take a 2-goal lead. 1 goal for each title we've won, and what a touch. We've won a game 9-0 on this channel before in a finale. That's what I want to try and do again as our number 9's running through. This is embarrassing for them. It's off the post. Now they're going to get a chance before half-time to potentially put pressure on. But Bello with the scorpion kick-like clearance to even send us on a counter-attack. This young-ish squad is superb, even though we've lost the ball again. We're sliding in all over the place, and that is a good move. Dortmund need to get back on the blower to Jude Bellingham. Embarrassing for the black and amber. Let's not play on that, though. Let's make it worse for them and just think about ourselves and scoring more as Traore. It's to the keeper. Here's Hack as well. Robin Hack. We need to get him more involved in this game, as that's a terrific ball. And a ball towards Coizer-Duberry, who can't take it down. And here's Florian Balogun. It's been a while since his goal has We need to keep on running with Enciso. Enciso scored a goal like this against Chelsea. It's a good save. And an open goal, which Traore bends it into. That is 3 now to the good. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The ex-Brighton man with a terrific shot, but Cobal's been woeful. What is this? A corner for Dortmund? What an unusual sight this is as they search for a way back into this one. It's only headed as far as the taker again. If they can curl one like Enciso, I'd be worried, but we just block it with Pfeiffer. Here's some defender as they look for this consolation goal. I'm hoping it's only a consolation at least. Ball in the middle. What a save and a tap in. A bloody tap in. And it's offside anyway. Such a game. Such a game, even playing it back to his goalkeeper in the last few minutes in a Champions League final. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Ball onto them. The clean sheet is gone. But get it skipped. Get it skipped. We don't care about their celebrations. Only our own, because we've won the Champions League with Arminia Bielefeld. And that completes the lower league relegation to double promotion cycle. Black and blue. Not black and amber, that's going to be the colour. And when I say cycle, I hope it doesn't go the way that it keeps repeating itself. We need to push on, but for now, our rebuild is complete. Robin Hack's been here from the start, and he will lift the trophy into the air for the German side. Arminia glory is restored. As if you wanted to see that with your own club, if it's not already on the channel, comment down below, or any ideas, or any teams, or any players. I don't know what's in store, but let me know down below for the future.